All right. What's up, everybody? How's it going, Tiago? How are you? So, as the title suggests, the entire plan for this entire stream is solely just to try my darndest to progress through modern industrialization. That's the plan. That's what we're going to try to do here. We may, and I'm thinking about trying to do most of this with SFM. So in order to do that, we've got a gigantic platform built. And the plan is to try to use this platform to house as many of the different things as possible. One thing we're definitely going to do is grab ourselves an energy cube to start off with. And then a flux point to attach to that. I don't think, since we don't have the traders, that there's as much we can skip. But I still want to try and see if we can. Yo, what's up, Certain B? How's it going? How are y'all? Yazin, what's up? Okay. So at modern industrialization. So if I remember correctly, actually I've got the book. Let's start with the guidebook and see where it takes me. So we got the steam age first. I do assume that I have to work through this. It's a multi-block machine. It consumes bronze drills and uses them to dig deeper. Then bedrocking gives you back some ores. How multi-blocks work, how to check if the structure is correct and use hatches. I'm assuming I'm going to need to still do steam, even though in all the mods 10 you can jump straight to here. Yeah, so here's the thing. So I've got my all the mods 10 to the sky world, and it's got just about everything set up in it. And in fact, we're making a very strong push to get a very large number of stars as well. Maybe the 9x star block, maybe. But I felt like if this world already has almost everything else, we might as well have like at least one world that we can call like a complete all the mods 10 to the sky playthrough. Like if you really want to learn how to do anything, it's here. So that's a goal. We'll see how close we actually get to any of that, but that's what we're looking at doing. Okay, so if I remember correctly, a lot of this we can do with crafting recipes. Yo, what's up, Tortson? How's it going? I think you're going to enjoy today. Also, I might need your help for today. The plan is to try to go through as much of MI as I possibly can. And so we'll see about that. I did want to see, so like for the starting things, like the analog circuits and inductors and such, there's no trade for it. Gotcha. Yeah, so how are you doing? I mean, I'm doing really well. It's been a long day. I'm a little tired. I will probably at some point here be grabbing myself an energy drink, but we're hanging out, we're chilling, we are live, so it's a good. But that's an assembler, which takes analog circuits. There's trade, yes, but I don't know. Are those trades into the sky? Because we don't have easy villagers. I guess you don't have to have easy villagers necessarily. You just have to have some villagers, right? And then give them, what is that thing? The table, right? MI adds them. Quick question. Would you use AE Quantum Armor or the Mecha Suit? I don't know which one. The Forge Hammer. That's right. I personally like the AE Quantum Armor the most. That's what I tend to use. All right. So I do need to make steel plates. That'll be important. I could just do the iron one. I feel like I'm going to need this recipe later on anyways. So I might as well go ahead and make it. All right, toss that in here. Then I don't think I'm going to need an actual recipe for this. But we'll see. Give them a job block and then you can contain them in a jar. Nice. Okay. I should have... I think this guy makes some villagers, right? Or is it just witches? A Fletcher and a witch. How do I reset somebody's job? Do I just have to break his block? Do you have it in here? Does not. How would I reset this guy's job? I know that's a basic Minecraft mechanic, but it is not something I do often. Okay, so I just have to figure out.
The wise is watching.
The wise is watching. What's up, PT? How's it going? Okay, I hear another witch. Or no, that's the actual villager. That's an arcane. Where would his Fletcher station be? There it is. By the way, your bot is very delayed. I have heard it's been delayed for just about everybody using it the last couple days. So I kind of need to trap this guy, don't I? Yeah, so it does that. I know why that happens. Hold up. Oh, hold up a second. Man, if I could have actually been able to place this down right here, he would have been stuck. But instead, no, he's not. Did he go back in here? Did he jump off the edge? No, he's just out here. I guess I don't have to. There's not automatic trading. I'm just trying to actually trade with this guy to get the MI trades. I just need him stuck somewhere. Like in a house. But yes, to answer the question, YouTube is dumb in how it has to do like the moderation stuff. Like Twitch, those guys will join instantly, but on YouTube, it has to wait several seconds before it can. And so it just constantly scans to see if you are alive. So it could be anywhere from like, I think 1 to 10 minutes before the bot actually joins, and then it sends a message to YouTube. So yeah, it's a lot. Throw some bread, he'll chase it. I don't know if he will. Bread, here we go. Where'd he go? He's still just chilling back there? I don't think it's working. All right, just become it. Thank you. So now I need emeralds. And a bunch of them. All right. Would you like to upgrade? Is it not all the way filled out? Not, it should be now. There it goes. All right. Oh, I think it's just a timer. He's got to wait for it to finish. Use a creature catch. That's actually smart. And then I could actually trap him somewhere. Cool. So I watched somebody do an MI run one time. And my plan is to effectively do exactly what they did. Where I'm going to try to make a single device for each and every item that needs to be created. Every single one. So every type of cable, every type of like rolled whatever, all of them. Oh, we got analog circuits and bronze drills. Well, heck yeah. Don't mind if I do. Analog circuits are what we are like looking for here, right? Is that's the right thing? Am I crazy or no? I love that bow. Let's grab a creature catcher real quick. Unemployed. Oh, it's just another one. Well, don't mind if I do. How would you like to be employed now? I present to you. Hey, if they both went in there and got stuck in there, that'd be so cool. Here's a job block for you. Well, he went to the wrong job block. There's that. We're just gonna break this guy real quick. All right.
At Mick.Potter says,
yeah.
Put them in containment jar, you can move him around.
That's a good idea. We will. I'm sure we will at some point. For now, I'm just gonna try to upgrade this guy all the way too. And then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna catch the other one and bring him in here. Perfect. That way they're both in here. And I don't have to worry about that. So you're the one I'm upgrading? Yeah. Perfect. Hey, just got quantum armor. Nice, that's awesome. Plus you can trade with him in the jar just like in Easy Villagers. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. It does not have Easy Villagers, no. But it will be pretty easy to put them into containment jars. I'm just trying to make sure I'm upgrading them as quickly as I can. Because most of this stuff doesn't really matter that much. I've got most of the patterns. You can still trade with them in the jars too. Nice. Place the other forge in the house too. Pretty sure the villager needs access to it.
With them in the jars also.
Got it. One's already master. Heal upgrades. Like you actually use that quite a bit. More steel plates. Don't really need that one as much, but I did want him to upgrade. Grab this. It should reset the guy, I think. No, it hasn't. Or it did reset, but he is next to the other source block. Motors. I do think that was one of the things I needed. I can't remember if it was just that, but those are pretty good. That's a good start in the right direction. So if I wanted to just skip the steam age and go straight into the using power, the electric age, electric machines, use analog circuits and motors, and then steel casings. That's not bad at all. Rubber would be very useful too. You need them for cables. Okay. Rubber. I've got some dry rubber. Can that be transferred into rubber sheets? Doesn't look like it. Could they trade for rubber? Is that like one of their options? It looks like mostly it's just steel sheets that I'm getting right now. How can I speed up modern industrialization machines? They've got their own upgrades, but you also can usually tick excel them and use soul surging on them. What's an easy way to get...
The Wise asks if any JHCEU players have any suggestions for the next update.
The easy ways to get early game resources are usually Bs and MA. Geors are also a really good option. And then, yeah, like it was suggested, using sieving is also pretty good. Unless you're trying to go civless like Big Jim. Okay. So we got those guys in there so we can get some of the basic stuff. I don't even remember where to start with it. Like, what's the first machine you make? Making cables, a wire mill. Okay, let's just start doing something, you know? Modern. And then we're gonna come here. It should be steel, right? Did I just make one of each of the... Actually, no, because I want... Those are hatches. There's a bunch of different types and upgrades and hulls. Right. I don't want to create like 20 of the same machine. So that's actually exactly what my plan is. I do know I'm going to need a ton of like cutting machines. So I have to make the bronze one with a steel upgrade. Okay. So this is going to be our pattern then. A copper gear. The only way to get that is through a trade. Has an assembler recipe with a better yield. Why is it not listed? Copper gear. Oh, are you supposed to use these ones instead? Yeah, you probably are. So we're going to use that recipe for copper gears then. Toss that into here as well. And then I've already got some steel upgrades. How hard are those to make? Steel machine casing, 2 steel upgrades. Okay, so bronze gear. Is this guy. Bronze rod I can make pretty easily. And then this dude would be a lot more difficult. That's in my suffering. Even if you get the best upgrades and holes won't go fast if you're only crafting one item. That's right. So that is what I'm trying to work around. So compressor. Okay, we're just, like we said, we're doing one item at a time. Like the only thing that's going to make this even slightly harder is the fact that I'm trying to skip the steam age. All right, make one of those as a pattern. Oh, I got to make 4 tamers out of pattern too? Okay, we can do that. It's not too bad. Compressor, and then I do need the fluid pipes. That's going to be a pain because I don't have any of those things yet. I have to have the bending machine in order to get it. Bronze bending, that bending, okay. Make that one. And then the compressor, we'll just go ahead and make that pattern as well. I did get the recipe for the pipes, but that's probably going to take a little bit of time before we actually have it ready to go. My way of doing MI is basically make one set of machine per ore, make all the materials from it, and then make assemblers to combine those materials. That's a good idea. So my plan, what it was going to be, I don't know how hard it is to output from certain things, but was to make a whole line of machines like you were talking about for everything bronze, right? And then put a chest or a, what are they called? The barrel on top of it with a polar upgrade, or a drawer on top of it with a polar upgrade. So that way that just filled up constantly. That's what we were thinking about doing. So bronze carved plate, purple stained glass, compressor. I think all of that is... No. That is a compressor. Oh, this is all for the pipe. So bronze carved plates are going to need the bending machine. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, okay. At modern industrialization. So let's just do this. Modern, and then we go bending. Bend. Well, that didn't pull anything up. Cutting machine. Can I make that yet? Nope, I need copper rotors. All right, let's just figure out how to do that first. Copper rotors. Copper rotors. That's a pattern. Copper bolt. Gonna be a cutting machine. I'm not doing that. That is an actual craft. And does a copper blade. Copper ring is also an actual craft. So I do need a cutting machine for sure in order to make that. And then bending. These are what we're looking at for the bending machine. The electric bending machine is really what we want to make. How hard is a piston to make? That's super easy. 10 cable? I need rubber sheets for it. Why are we... Oh, I still need to get something down here to keep everything from spawning. Come on. Thank you. All right, put all that back real quick. All right. Dude. PT, let's discuss kick real quick. You told me, informed me that kick was the way to go. Kick was it, I believe, is how you said it. I've tried some streaming on kick. I just gotta say, pretty disappointed. Pretty disappointed. How did you jump straight to the electric machines? Does it just still have to be steel? I don't think you can fully skip the steam age. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's what it seems like. Steam. Mechanism. Steam. Modern industrialization. So I probably... What is it, a coke oven? Is that what... I can't remember exactly how I made steam before, but I think last time I was making steam, I was just smelting a bucket of water. It's a steam bucket. The wrong steam. Steam bucket is still that. Okay. That's not a bad recipe. I'll go throw that over here. Steam boiler. Yeah, I don't think many people watch Kick. It seems like everybody I'm getting on Kick is a bot. Steel boiler with water and coal. Okay, is that like the way to go? Or is it gonna matter if I actually just use like that the other way? Because it looks like this makes steam pretty quickly. So I could take one of these and just set it on a requester and have it keep me at 1,000. Like, this guy. Take him, set him there. Let's keep me at 1,000, batch sizes of 100. Something like that. Okay, what's the reason for using the steel boiler over that? But you'll need actual steam fluid though. Does this not work? Can I not just export this into... Like it is the steam fluid though, right? Just export water and coal to a boiler. Okay. Boiler. Advanced large steam boiler. So this is what I need. That's way too much. Bronze boiler. This is probably what it wants me to start with. Okay. Oh, we're missing a lot of items there. Okay, bronze plates. Bronze plates are going to be a craft. Bronze tank will be a craft. And then I need fire clay bricks, which come from fire clay brick. That needs to be in a smelter. This, the craft, brick dust. How am I getting brick dust? From tiny brick dust? No. Getting brick dust from a macerator. Or a forge hammer with bricks. Gross. I'm remembering now why I hate this. Yo, what's up? Long time no see. How's it going? I'm doing well. Make the bronze ones and use a steel upgrade kit you got from the villager on it? Okay, that makes sense. So I'm assuming it doesn't want me to do this, but we're going to go ahead and code the pattern for this anyways. And then also, I'm out of patterns. This one as well. Yeah, we're kind of torturing ourselves with MI. I was explaining earlier that so far in this world, I've basically gone through every mod, and MI is like the one I haven't yet. And so I figured, you know, for the sake of actually having a complete world, I might as well. So we're going to try to go through it and get the quantum armor and all that. And who knows, maybe I end up making a better video than the one I made last time on it. Send you a screenshot on Discord of how I usually set up the basic machines. Starting a new ATM 10 world, and I'm skipping it 100%. Yeah, I would too. I mean, if you don't have to, there's no reason. You put that there. Where's my Discord at? Oh, I closed it. Discord. Got to back up. Here we go. Of reference of how I've set my MI stuff. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
1 mil quantum upgrades.
1 million quantum upgrades is crazy. That's crazy, dog. I do, worth mentioning, I do have 122,000 ATM star blocks so far. And so that is very easily over 1 million all the mod stars. So that's something, right? Is MI optional required for the ATM star? It's 100% optional. Now, this literally, like was said earlier, is me just torturing myself because I want to actually go through the mod. Yeah, completely optional. Which is good. It's what it should be. Yeah, it is too easy. For the record, it did take me... I've got 25 star crafters over there, and I've got 128 set up and configured and attached to my ME system right now here as well. And we're likely going to end up having to use most of the rest of this area for it. All of these beehives are completely full of max productivity upgraded bees, with the exception of these 4 rows right here. Everything else is completely full. We've got over 6,000 bees running constantly. Yeah, onto this guy, it's actually not even used at all. Okay. Boiler. Boiler. I think the only thing is brick dust and clay. I don't have clay. I need one of these. I gotta grab the steel hammer. We'll set that down right there. Bricks. I've got bricks. And brick is craftable. Is clay not? Clay is craftable. Okay, that's odd that it didn't let me do it, but that's fine, whatever. I'm just gonna throw that in there and this in here. It should work. No? Does this only accept individual bricks? I apologize. It had to happen. I assume then that it only takes normal bricks. Yo, what's up, Effect? MI should be... Oh. Wow. Jeez. I think I accidentally touched the plug to my light switch, and it decided to completely reset itself. Burned out my eyeballs. We need a speed run for ATM TTS. I have been considering. That is actually one of the things that I've considered. I have not yet committed to it, though. So can I craft bricks down into normal? I can't. So in that case, just give me like 100 of these real quick. I'll take those. Come over here. And we're just going to get a bunch of brick dust. I throw the brick dust in here. And then we go back to the boiler. Did I not? I thought I had a pattern for it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just doing this. Okay, anyway, so you're saying use the bronze boiler. And then use one of my steel upgrades that I got. Insta upgrade it to a steel boiler. And then export out coal and water to it. So in that case, I'm going to throw a sink. I can't believe I never made a pattern for that. We're going to grab a pipe. Very new to ATM 10, and trust me, your videos saved me from many headaches. That's awesome, dude. I'm very glad. Why the complaints on MI? It's not such a large mod. It can be contained in just a few ME chests. Yeah, no, I don't mind ME or MI, just to be clear. It's just a lot more work, and I think I've explained this before, that for me, I like effort to reward ratios, right? If I'm going to put a lot of effort into something, I want something really cool from it. And because I don't feel like I get that much out of like the armor and tools and stuff, I've never felt like it was super worth it to me. What if I actually use SFM for all of this? And then we can set this there. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Oh my goodness. Dropped all kinds of stuff. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why? Thank you. So that's going to give me water. And then interface in. I'm going to grab an oversized interface. And we're just going to put anything that I'm going to need to pull. So like all the metals and stuff is just going to go in the interface and we'll pull it from there. Am I? That's like GTA. Exactly. MI is awesome, but I feel like the payoff is not that much at all. Like ICT back in the tedious, insanely fast machine for normal use. Yes, exactly. If there's a payoff, I enjoy it. If there's not, then it's sort of like meh. ME. What are they called? Wireless connectors. That's what I want. That and that. So we're going to hook this guy up. We're going to set him right there. A wireless connector on top. We'll connect him. And I'm going to try my darndest to use SFM for this whole entire thing for many reasons, but I also mostly just think it's going to make it look the cleanest. So I may end up adding several interfaces just to get all of the items out here. But to start, what we're going to do is go water. Give me a bucket real quick. We're going to go that. And then just max it out. And coal. And this part at least should be really easy. Well, that's not what we wanted to do. There we go. Okay, and then all I have to do is come in here and go edit. Actually, we're just gonna view examples real quick. Give me a second. We're actually gonna cheat even more. I'm just gonna go back to some other SFM code that does other things. And then that ought to work perfectly. This is exactly what we want. Edit. We're going to say MI code. Go there. So every 20 ticks, we're going to input from interface. We're going to output to boiler. And I do need to specify items here. Input. Should be that. And then output to boiler. And the input fluid. Am I going to be doing any other fluids? I should probably. Technically, MI can give you the fastest machines, but it's a pain to set up. Since PT does not seem to be here, I will say it for him. Why use any mod other than AE? Yeah, exactly. Use AE to automate RS. That's funny. Okay. Do I have to, can I specify a fluid here? Like if I do that, will it work? And I'm also exporting from interface and outputting to boiler. And then also every 20 ticks input. Also, it was you and Chosen that made me start playing. That's cool. Fluid 1: Minecraft: water or fluid : water. Okay. I'll do that. Output fluid to, do I need to specify it again? We'll do it anyways, but I don't think I need to. Then I input fluid from interface. No, not from interface anymore. This is going to be from boiler, and we're outputting to interface. That. I think that's right. Copy to code, click to copy code with warnings and errors, shift click to attempt to fix. Program has a malform reference. Minecraft water, so it should be : water. I have double. Oh, I do. Now we're happy. Make sure it's getting it. Not yet. Is it in here still? Oh, nothing's labeled. No, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Pull the labels. Boiler, you. Interface, you. Push them back. Okay, now. Hey, looky there. We're doing the thing. We're doing it. Okay, two colons. Yep, you guys got it. You guys were so right about that. I do want to do this because I sincerely think that SFM code with MI would make MI so much easier, like substantially easier. I do. But I think it's going to take some time to set up. Okay, so next up, now that we actually have Steam coming in, is this going to ramp up and go faster over time? Hopefully it will. Dawn, did you restart the server? Like as in reset? No, I didn't reset, but it should be restarted. Double check. Maybe not. I may have forgotten to start that one up. It should be starting up now, though. I'm falling out with A-Team recently altogether. To be honest, they're too restricted with some of the nerfs. So glad somebody else agrees with that. I had it was crashed. I had issues yesterday, which prevented me from playing on the old world, which they ignores when I raised. That's great. It starts off a bit slower, but speeds up. It finished. Okay, got it. That makes sense. Makes sense. I can live with that as long as we're gonna have enough, which it sounds like we should. I'm not too crazy worried about it. Next up, so we got boiler, compressor, and macerator. So let's run through copper. Let's say copper first, because I think that's what we're gonna need the most for. So I need a cutting machine, which is gonna be. What do I need a cutting machine to make a cutting machine? Because in order to get the copper bolts, I need the cutting machine, right?
At Lex Unam says,
Oh, I can do it with a forge hammer.
Use
Okay.
creative tanks in order to have infinite steam.
Oh. Now that's a thought. I don't know if anybody else heard that, but that's a thought right there. And I could do that not just with Steam. We could do that with most of the materials. Like all of these guys. John, make a video on something in ATM being weak.
Honest, I copied the idea from KRYPTXS.
That's fair. That's fair. No, I might do that. We're not nearly at the point where it matters yet. It's nothing like what Dragster did, but yeah, we could do that with all of these liquids. That might be crazy. That actually might be really crazy. We'll see. Okay. Anywho. We're gonna start with some of these. I think we're gonna upgrade them all to steel, so I do have to do some of this manually by hand. So I've got a hammer. Let me go grab some copper. Grab all that. Throw it in here with a hammer. And I need some of these.
At Lex
This should be enough for now.
Do it.
And then, oh, I almost ran out of hammer there. I'll grab some copper rings. I'll grab some copper rods. And then the copper curved plates as well. Because that should get me through most everything I need to do here. The purple stained glass is odd, but we'll figure that one out here in a second. I just want to double check and make sure that's all I need.
I feel attacked in this stream XD.
You should. It was not necessarily an attack per se. I was just calling out that I'm not at the point where it would matter as much as it mattered to you. That's all I was trying to say there. That's it. I need another steel hammer, and rather than make one, I think I'm just gonna come over here and trade for one real quick. Hello, gentlemen. How does jail feel? Oh, I still got 60 emeralds on me. Oh, nice.
At
Thank you.
Dragster King says, no, it was a attack XD.
I don't know what you're talking about. What was an attack? You know, I have no clue what you're referring to. Turn all of those into these. At modern, I'm gonna need a bunch of cutting machines. Again, my goal here, initially, my first thought, hammer's optional for most recipes on the forge. It just makes it cost less than materials. Oh, okay, that makes sense. What's the thing on your chest that makes you glow?
Torrid Sun says, the hammer is optional for most recipes on the forge. It just makes it cost less materials. Nice.
It is the draconic chest piece. That's what's on my chest that makes me glow. I'm thinking I want to make one machine for everything.
This moment. Just you wait.
So my plan, at least initially, was so like for copper, for instance, make a machine that just makes copper bolts, one that just makes copper rods, one that just makes copper curved plates, and then automatically export copper to each one of those machines and just keep them running indefinitely. That's what my thought initially is. Is that too much? I feel like that might be too much, but I feel like it also might make this go quicker. It's gonna be a lot of machines. Like a lot of machines. Purple stained glass. Let's just get a recipe. Because I should have glass and I should have purple dye. We're here, we're there, we're here. Why is it not letting me go back to...
At Torrid Sun says,
whatever.
Another tip, bolts are pretty much useless cause everything they are used for can use soldering alloy instead and you can make a creative tank of those.
Oh. That's good to know. Purple stained glass. That's reinforced purple stained glass. Am I blind? Somebody tell me I'm blind. That's literally how MI is meant to be played. Gotcha. I don't see it. Why is... Oh, that's because there's a whole nother page. It's this one, right? Purple stained glass pane. Why am I not on pattern? I think this is the one that I actually have it set up for, though. But this should work just fine.
1337 says, my dad left me when I was 7.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. That's not ideal. Apologies. Use colorless pipe instead, then you don't need stained glass.
At Torrid Sun says, use the colorless pipe instead, then you don't need stained glass.
I've baked my cake. I'm sitting in it. That's the saying, right? That I think is the saying. Is that not it? I feel like I was close. Okay.
Tat 1337 says.
There we go. So we've got our bronze cutting machine now. Why are you still here? We're gonna set him down. So copper. We're just gonna start with copper. We're gonna make a little bit of space here. Copper's going there. So for this, we need steam, and then we just need to input something, right? And then we need it to output to, what are they? Not barrels, not chests, drawers. I need a whole bunch of just normal 1x oak drawers. These are going to need polar upgrades too, aren't they? So that it pulls out automatically. Lubricant 2 for the cutting machine. Great. How do I get that? Cutting machine patterns. Oh, it just literally cuts stuff. Ooh, hold up. That's kind of clean. How do I get this? The mixer, a centrifuge. Great. Great. More things. I probably should have used a steel upgrade on this, huh? We're going to go ahead and do that. The mixer shouldn't be too hard to make, right? Mixer. Mixer. No, that's not bad. Okay. Pattern encoding with a mixer. Pattern. We actually already have all of those things. We're going to set that there. I want one mixer. And we're just going to upgrade everything to steel, I think. Yo, Cryptex! Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. How was stream? I was there for quite a bit of it. Although, I'm going to be honest, I took a nap for some because I was exhausted. I was going to stream earlier, but I was just too darn tired. Modern industrialization. Where are they? There they are. I want to upgrade this one and this one. Am I auto eject? Okay, you can also use the steel upgrade in world. Oh, okay, so you don't have to break it. I could have just left it there. Okay. Steel cutting machine is going to go there. Steel mixer, I feel like is not specific to that, so we're going to throw it over here instead. So if I wanted to mix up this in here, I need creosote and redstone, or plant oil and redstone, or naphtha and redstone. Give me a second. We're going to make our lives easier here. I'm going to just figure out whatever it takes to make these. And we're just going to make a bunch of those. Ultimate fluid. So I got to make the ultimate fluid tank as a pattern. One moment. That pattern. I don't need another pattern of those. I'm going to have hundreds of thousands of those already in my inventory. That's a pattern. That's a pattern. And there we go. Okay, so we should have creative fluid tanks now. What I want to do next is probably set up a room for them.
Dragster King says, I feel attacked again.
That's just in your head, man. I don't know what to tell you there. We're going to go ahead and make 10 of those. And, because I just want a storage bus on them, right? I don't really need anything else. So theoretically, if I were to just take all of these, just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm trying to keep this all organized and neat and easy. How many did I make of these? Just 10? We're gonna do that. And then, so that's 8. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Why is it making them so slow? Give me a second. Then we'll grab cables instead and do this part where we're gonna run a dense cable straight through the center to there, and then to there most likely, because we're gonna have another row of tanks here. And then we're going to do this on top.
At certain underscore B
Yeah,
says,
that's perfect.
chest might be the way for storage instead of storage drawers.
Man, I mean, well, what is everybody's opinions there? I'm not opposed. But I certainly, I mean, and I also kind of like that you can see them, you know? Like, does that make any sense? Okay, so, oh, do they create? No, do, the only thing I'm thinking now is that's the storage buses might take up extra room. Do they? The storage bus dense won't connect unless you're going to connect on the front. That's so inconvenient. You guys just ruined my day. Was that dramatic enough? I do need 32 of these though. All right, well in that case, we'll break these. And then I got to figure out how I want to do this differently.
Fresh F4115 says,
Here.
look at my message above. I explained why me chest.
Hold up. Okay. Did we nothing spills out? We used drawers.
At Place says, LOL.
You can pump items fluid directly into the ME chest. That way nothing spills out into your main AE drives. I'm okay with it spilling out into my main AE drives. I have more than enough room. I'm not worried about that. We are going to break those. So that means what we got to do. Cable. I want a bunch more. Can I not make? Okay, I guess I just have to downcraft these. And then if I wanted to do something like this, we just do that real quick. Give me a whole stack of them if you don't mind. Okay, sure. 24 is fine, whatever. Grab those. We'll probably start with these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then we'll do that. Dense cable here. All the way down. So the only thing is I got to go one further away because I'm now going to have to run 2 cables off of this. So this one will be the blue. And it'll take all 8 of those. Then we're going to run a purple one along it. I didn't think about that. I thought they wouldn't connect because they're different colors. What is that? Quartz fiber? These guys, right? That disconnect them? Should be that. I think that just lets power run through, I think. I could be wrong, but I believe that's correct.
At Crips Place says, Fluo connects with everything.
Right. Oh, okay. So if I had any other cable other than the purple one that I'm putting in here, I'd be fine? Use sophisticated chest with Omega upgrades, 2 billion items per slot. Says, better than everything, that's fair. Color.
Adafecrush F4115 says, set storage bus to extract only so your system does not accidentally lock them to wrong fluid.
Okay. The system could do that. I'm seeing what you're saying. All right. I don't want to have to go. Is there a way to copy stuff for AE2 settings? Like where I set it to just extract only? Or do I have to go through individually and click each one of these? Like, it's nice that it's just one click, but doing that 32 times is kind of annoying. Yes, there is one. It should just be TTS. Yeah, like you're saying there. Oh, I scrolled up on this. I can't even see current chat. Memory card. Use memory card. It's not only for P2P. It can copy settings. Got it.
Memory card.
Okay, let me make sure I got all these. Let me go look for that. Memory card. Make one of those. So how do I copy settings?
Lex Unam says,
copy
if you
current.
ask and don't wait for answer, you will do the job before getting answer.
Maybe I just get halfway done and get to do the last half of it much easier. Perfect. So all of those should just be extract only now. Excellent. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. All right, so now I just have to wirelessly connect this up, and then we can put steam in there. And then also, we're going to get just a little bit of creosote oil so that we can put that in one of them as well. Put that right there. Lock it in. How many channels are we using? 331's not bad. Probably more than I've used in a while. Okay. So we said.
At Lex Unam says, any different color will not connect to it.
We're gonna grab steam. There it is. Infinite steam. That's convenient. So I'm gonna continue to let this guy run. We really don't need to. And it is gonna use coal, but yeah, whatever, you know? We should have plenty of those. Hello there. How are you today? Put that back. Then I think I'm gonna use the oak drawers, and we're just gonna put a void card on it and add like
Displays says,
oh, what is it?
40 plus creative tanks for dealing with MI stuff in my ATM 10 World XD.
Crazy. You have a blank pattern in your inventory. Memory card will also copy patterns to other providers. Oh, very cool. Okay, here's the plan. We're gonna go with. What was the next machine? We need a cutting machine, right? Or is this the cutting machine? That is the steel cutting machine. So we said we weren't going to need bolts, right? Do we still need copper rods? Because we said we didn't need bolts because we could just use a soldering compound, which we could get an infinite amount of. Love it. Copper rods are still made in the cutting machine, right? Cutting machine patterns. Oh, it's too many patterns. Rods, wires, and plates.
Says, John,
so
turn on the server and give me op so I can complete quest for people and run observable.
Pretty sure it's on. It may not be. I think the ATM 10 server may be what's crashing that entire machine. Yeah, that whole machine's frozen as soon as I launch the ATM server. It'll be a little bit before I can do that. Being honest, don't get me off because I don't know what I'll do with it. I think it may have crashed the John Hall community one too, just so everybody's on the same page there. Let me grab 2 more of these. And then grab my steel upgrades. We're going to do what Tortson told me about. We place these down, and then we're going to do this and that. Nice. 1 and 2. And the card can also copy upgrades in AE2 machines. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so all 3 of these are fine. I do need upgrades for them. So let's grab some of those. We want void cards, right? I think we do. I think we want void cards for these. And then I'm just going to use diamond upgrades. It's just because I don't think I'm going to need more than that. There are also bent plates, but you need the bending machine for that, right?
At Lex Unam
that wouldn't
says,
be. That's not what I wanted to do.
For a multi-block for the Star Altar it crashed. Before it we had a ton of issues like very horrible TPS, so that's maybe that was causing issues.
Okay. Yes, for being honest, I'm giving you rods, wires, plates. Okay, rods, wires, and plates are the 3 we need. All 3 of these now have that. We're gonna toss them all back. And then I want to figure out a labeling scheme very similar to what Cryptex did in his last video he published, because I'm gonna need to output items, kind of like this coal here, to certain machines based off of what they are. So we're going to output copper from the interface to copper. Let's just name it what it's been making. Copper rod. That's simple, right? And then we do the same thing to copper plate. And what was the third thing? Wire, copper wire. But is that a cutting machine? Does cutting machine make wire? Modern industrial villagers are very good for stuff. Yeah, they are. And I have them. There's no way to automate it in TTS though. Yeah, you're right. Just do one section with input from interface, output coal, output copper to copper, etc. Wire mill. That's right. So it's not this. So I really don't need 3 copper cutting machines, do I? Because one of these needs to be a wire machine or something else. So you're saying I could make this simpler by saying what did I just get rid of? Give me 2 seconds. I can't. Okay. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Every 20 ticks. Input. Output. And then... oh, that's the fluid. Okay. Can we control Z? Can we just going to cancel? We're going to exit without saving. We're going to edit. We're going to come back up here. I see what you're saying towards then. So you're saying change this to copper.
At Dragsterking says, did you learn nothing from my video, John? Grinning, squinting face.
I did not crash the server 1810. It was not my machine. Gotcha. So copper from the interface, we're going to output to copper
At Lex
plate.
Says, put also signs over the machines in order to know what they are.
You're going to know what they are based off of the chest that's right there next to them. We're going to lock the chest to each thing and then output. Do I need several output calls or can I just put a comma here? Filter on the output instead of the input. But it makes it easier for me to see. Comma works, so output to copper plate. Copper wire and what are the other things I'm going to need? Copper plate.
Inferior to barrels.
I'm using the drawers. Copper plate, copper wire, copper. There was like 2 other things. I know there's 2 other things. Rods, copper. Rods, and then what is a bent copper plate? What is the bent thing called? Is it just a bent plate? Curved plate. Copper, but copper rings is a craft, right? That's a craft that requires the bolts, though, so I may actually need one for the bolts. Copper rods, copper bolts. Copper, bent. Can't even see it anymore. Copper, is there a way to scroll over? Bending machine makes the ring cheaper? Okay. So I need a bending machine for that. So we're back to no needing bolts. Copper, ring. Copper, curved plate. You have to trust me on that. That is what it says. Done. This is just going to say that the labels are used, but not. Leave MI automation for the electric age. It will make life much easier. I just want it. I want it like a theory craft, right? I'm not necessarily saying this is going to be permanent. But I'm really trying to like theorize how I would do this or will do it once we get further on, right? Okay, cutting machine. Let's go ahead and start choosing some of these. So we'll pull labels. I gotta put some stuff down. Just a torch would probably be a good idea. Hey, stop. Okay. Get rid of that stuff real quick. Are you shooting for the quantum set? I'm shooting to just get all the way through the mod. That's really what we're shooting for here. I just want to like actually progress all the way through it. So we'll see how long that takes. Copper plate. That's a cutting machine.
At Lex Unam says, just change difficulty to peaceful.
Copper rods. I should do that, honestly. That's one. Copper wire is a wire mill. Copper curved plate. That's a bending machine. Copper ring is also a bending machine, right? I think packing tape is just cursed at this point. That's funny. Are the servers like actually down? I absolutely have to. I can't go restart that machine manually. Oh no, it's up. Machine's up. I just actually logged everything out. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna launch ATM 10 and the community one. But no, not that. But not the other one real quick. Not to the sky. And we'll see if it crashes as bad with those two. It should be going back up right now, just so y'all are aware. Okay. So there's that. So I don't need this steel cutting machine for copper, right? We agree? Are we on the same page? I do need 2 bending machines and a wire machine. Packed a chest and then it was gone. I'm sorry. It's all good. It's all good. Bending. I need 1 of these. We'll start that. I need 2 of these. Because I need the curved and then the rings, right? Just getting copper. Oh, I also need to output steam to that. Wire mill is from plates, by the way, not ingots. Okay. Well, that'll be a little more interesting. I don't know exactly how I want to do that one, but we'll see. Bending machine. We'll put that back there. Grab my upgrades. Upgrade both of those. So then, I don't think I've still got any of my upgrades on me, so we're gonna grab a stack of those and the void upgrades.
You will need to do a backup and maybe TP me out. Luckily is no my fault.
There's that and this one. I'm gonna put those back. That's why I said it would be easier to filter with output. You can just input from the interface and then set each item to the correct machine it needs to be. That's fair. So we're just going to throw copper in here real quick and see what these things start doing. I know I've got to output steam to them as well. But these things should start getting copper. I didn't push the labels. They're still not getting copper. That's fine. Just lock the machine inputs and every item to them from SFM without filtering. It's not a bad idea.
At Lex Unam says, push labels.
I did push. We did push labels. Copper ring, copper wire, copper curved plate. Let's just go ahead and label those. So copper ring is there. Copper curved plate is there. So this one is not going to work correctly. Look at the recipe on JEI, click the plus button to lock it.
Look up the recipe on JEI and click on the plus button to lock the recipe in.
One moment. This is copper plate. Copper plate. That's a annealed copper plate. Copper plate. Is that the wrong copper plate? Is there a different copper plate? Copper.
At Lex Unam says, the servers are still dead satch.
Okay, so then you're saying, hold up, plate. I'm in here. That's a copper plate. It's the only one here. But what plus button are we talking about? Copper plates are from... Oh, so it's not even a cutting machine.
At Torrid Sun says, wrong machine.
So I don't... Why did I make so many cutting machines? Okay, copper rod. Copper rod, this one. And I can add the plus button there. Okay. That checks out. Now, why is it doing a double ingot? I think I just want this one, right? And that locks everything. Why is it still... Get rid of both those. I gotta redo it, don't I? That. Okay, so that's locked in place. So that'll be just copper rods. So that just needs copper ingots. Copper bending machine. Which one is this? That's copper rings. This guy, which is going to be copper rods, also is a compressor, not a bending machine. Oh, it is a bending machine. There's one. All right, that's going to need copper rods. Perfect. This one is for copper curved plates.
Just do what I did. Set up pattern provider blocking mode per craft and call it done deal LOLXD.
I did do that the first time. I've done that before. I just was trying to avoid that here. So copper plate, copper rod. So I do need to auto export both of those as well. Let me just make sure I am copper plate, copper rod is going to go there. Apparently we don't have any of those yet. That's fine. That's fine. So for the copper plate, I need a compressor. Compressor.
At Lex
Bronze compressor.
Says, Torrid son Don want AE2 with his ugly child MI, so just play the hard way and have unfun.
That's funny. So we're going to break this. I think SFM currently doesn't like that I changed things, so we got to change that and then relabel and then grab this and put it back in.
At Torrid son says, you could make a separate storage controller on this platform and link to the drawers, then you can extract from it instead of placing items on the interface.
That's true. That's true. I actually like that idea. Because a lot of these are kind of recursive. Storage. Controller. Make one of these. Storage controller. We're just going to set it right here. And then I need add functional. I want the linking tool. And can I, how do I set it to this? Oh, I do need upgrades for that too. Right click while crouching to open the GUI. There we go. It's a link controller configured to the tool. 4. Okay, so that's all linked up now. So once we start getting copper rods, I'll be able to send those to the other one. Once we start getting copper plates, we'll send that to the other one. For now, what I need to do, come back in here. I don't know if I push those labels or not. Copper wires used in code. Resource SFM item, Minecraft copper. Oh, it's copper ingot, isn't it? Copper underscore ingot. So I got to change that real quick. Copper underscore ingot from the interface. Okay. So those actually should be pushing now. I didn't set this one. Steel compress. This is right though. So then I just need Steam to go to all of those as well. On SFM, you can just remove the filters. Okay, so what I want to do real quick before I do that, this steel compressor is supposed to make copper plates, right? So copper plates, we're just going to do that. So now it knows what to craft. On SFM, you can just remove the filters, input from interface, controller, output to machine. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That makes a ton of sense to me. I'm going to keep that one there, but we're going to remove the filter entirely because we are locking all of these. Input from interface, output to those. Got it, done. Shift enter. Cool. Copper wire is used, so I need a wire mill. The server's alive. Nice. Wire mill.
At Lex Unam says, the server is alive.
Gotta make some patterns real quick. Okay, so that's what I need ultimately. Don't have any of that yet, but I might be able to manually make some of it. I don't really, I mean, that's fine. That's fine, whatever. Steel wire mill, I've got that pattern now. The rotors, that, steel casing. This guy, steel gear. Got it. Okay, let's throw these patterns in and see how close that gets us. This should get us pretty close, but maybe not all the way there. Wire mill. Oh, even better. Don't mind if I do. I did not expect to be able to craft that at all. But hey, glad we could, you know? All right, we got our steel wire mill. We're gonna need one more of those, and we got our upgrades too. So there's the wire mill. There's the chest. I don't... Thank you. I need these. I don't have a void upgrade on here. Probably should though. Let's grab those real quick. Put that on there. Throw those back in. All right. This guy. What does the wire mill need? Because it's not ingots, right? Copper wire. Copper wire. So close and yet so far. That's annealed copper wire. This is normal copper wire. It needs plates. All right, so we're going to put that there. So it's going to be getting copper plates and making copper wire. We are going to label it. But now that that's there, what we can also do... Couldn't we... Okay, so let's say... In here, let's edit real quick. Input from interface. Can I do two of these? No, wait, comma. Interface. And then output to... I mean, that, honestly, that should be everything I have to do right there, right? And then that's going to be interface, copper wire. Oh, I got to pull real quick. And then I want storage controller to be that. Then push. Steam. I'm not sending Steam. I got to send Steam. Okay. 1 second. I don't need those anymore. I do need Steam, though. I got to have Steam in here. Yo, what's up, Touch Flash? How's it going? How are you? And my machines will just stop working when the drawer fills up. No need for void upgrades. Oh. Well, yeah, you know what? That's actually a great point. It's probably not a bad thing that they have them, but you're right. I'm not going to put them in any of the others. I don't really care that much. I need to edit out input from in those things and should output, but should it also do Steam? It should. Oh, that's going to be a fluid one, right? Input. Do I just need an input fluid from interface? If I just added one extra input step here, or do I also have to have an output fluid step? Because it won't accept anything other than Steam, right? So that output item fluid. Change your input output to input fluid item output fluid. Okay. From interface, and then 1 second. This may be the dumbest thing ever. And I don't know if it's going to work. Output fluid 2. And then if I just copied these, would it work? Why does it not let me copy them all? How do I literally can't even select anything over there. That's so inconvenient. If I enter here, does this still count as part of that last line or no?
At Lex Unam says, for the owners of Team Beans, I'm working on your machines.
On 21, you can do output item fluid 2. John, for every input, there must be an output to match. And for the code off screen,
At Crips Plays says,
just enter,
John,
it
for
still
every
counts.
input,
Okay.
there must be an output to match. And for the code that is off screen, just enter, it still counts.
Right. Okay. So are you saying I should keep it more organized and just do this? Input, output, input, output? Is that right? Or is that crazy wrong? Copper wire is using code but not assigned to the world. Is not detected as a valid inventory. What? A creeper blew up. Great. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back to here. Play manager. And we're gonna do this real quick. And then that as well. Not that, this. There we go. Okay. Well, it's not a valid inventory because it doesn't exist anymore. However, I don't actually need it anymore. So I might just get rid of it. Because I don't actually need any more steam.
Lex Unam says, peaceful now.
You know, like we can literally get rid of this and this entirely because we just don't need them. SFM cables. All right, there's that. The mixer's still there and still connected. But it's not detected as a valid inventory. Give me a second. I just need to set a block down here. I don't really want to use that one though. We're gonna use this one. Boiler, unmark that. Perfect. And then I should be able to just pull from here again real quick. That's fine. Copper wires using code but not assigned in the world.
Potter says,
Yeah.
600 subs from 24 hours stream.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Unam says, I found the solution of your issue.
We are getting close. The solution to my issue. I'd love to hear what it is. And then I also need this there.
And the manager will remove those ghost blocks.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Let me just push to here. Okay, all right, we're chilling. Are these things getting steam? They're getting steam. They're running. The only thing they're not getting is lubricant because I haven't made that yet. So let's look at that one real quick. The lubricant is the one that I needed creosote, which I needed a coke oven for.
At Lex Unam says, not you, John. The ones
Liquid
with
burning.
the star altar not working.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What's a plan for the 24-hour stream? Yo, first of all, what's up, Gaming with Flame? How's it going? How are you? I've watched both your speedruns, just by the way, and they're awesome. I love them.
In Creative Tank.
I will do
become
that.
Diddy.
That's crazy. I do plan on putting them into a Creative Tank. I just haven't done it yet because I haven't made it yet. Plan for the 24-hour stream is probably just to pick a pack and just see how far I can get.
To auto-export on those machines, you need two things. Enable eject on the GUI,
Okay.
top right button, and a wrench to set the side you want to export to.
Okay, so you're saying it's not just going to by default go out one direction? I'm fine with that. The plan for the 24-hour stream is probably to pick something like, I don't know, Cisco's RPG or something like that, and just go from there. Thanks, man. Just editing the next vid right now. That's awesome, dude. I am excited. Starting GTH at 30k subs. Yikes. Here's the thing. I want it to be fun. I would like the 24-hour stream to be fun. I don't think that would be fun. Hopefully that makes sense. So, creosote. Does this one work too? It's the same thing though. I still have to get a coke oven. All right. So we're gonna make one coke oven, which I think is 3x3x3, right? I keep clicking the wrong button. There it is. That guy. That's what we want. Coke oven. There's
Crips Plays says 24-hour stone block 4.
Shift for enter. Yeah, okay. I have thought about that too. You got to pay me a 6-figure salary to pay GTH. I agree with that as well. Hold a wrench and some squares will appear on the face of the machine. Shift right click the square on the top of the face. Okay, I can do that for sure. A stone block 4 seems like it would be sick. Especially for something like a 24-hour stream.
Lex Unam says,
I just need more bricks.
There's a modern tablet, some stuff can get it for that.
Bricks. There probably is. I'm just gonna build this real quick though, because it should be simple enough. That is the wrong place.
Says, the tab with a wrench icon shows all blocks for the multi-block.
Got it. I really need these guys to stop spawning here. Mega torch. That guy. Move them. Take one of these and place it down. That's pretty centered. Close enough, probably.
At Lex Unam says, change to peaceful ASAP.
I could. I just don't care that much. I think we'll be fine. Grab the bricks. That should go there. If I remember right, that guy goes, oh, I need input and output from this. Might do a combo stream series for block 4. Nice. Yeah, I'm strongly considering doing something similar. Tell me if I'm wrong. I do think that block in the middle has to be empty. But I'm pretty sure I gotta have inputs and outputs to this, right? Everything is fun until a pressure machine is broken. Okay. What input output do I have to have on this, or do I just feed it? I don't feed it directly. I've got to have.
Lex Unam says everything is fun until a precious machine is broken.
Wrench. I'm gonna grab this real quick, and like he was saying, I can't do the top because I've got all my barrels on them. Fine. You're outputting here, there, like that, right? And then with this one set to auto eject, as soon as I put an oak drawer on top of it, it'll put all of that in there. Nice. Then same thing on the rest of these, put them all back.
On the squares, not on the actual face.
Yeah, I think we got them all. Okay, there's that. Does that look right? You can change it from any face. Gotcha, okay. This should just keep feeding copper and steam. I think this is just missing lubricant, and that'll be the copper rods. That's getting plates. Should be getting plates from here, though, right? Unless these things became unlinked, which they, of course, obviously did. So now we're getting wire from the plates too.
John, you
nice.
Need one more wire mill.
For what? What do I need? What do I need the other wire mill for? The squares go up when you hold the wrench. Each square means one face. Okay, so if I were to do that, is that the top, or is this the top? Does this mean use the top side? That doesn't. Is it okay, it does. I guess that makes more sense, but that's interesting. very cool. Okay, let's do this. For the coke oven, I gotta have input and output, right? At nope. Modern. Okay, coke oven. Can you use any of the input and output hatches? Corners is back face. Each edge goes to the adjacent. Okay. I get exactly what you're saying now. But that exactly there, that makes sense to me. That part actually does make a lot of sense. Ugh. Okay. Item input and output and fluid input and output. Okay.
At Cripsplays says, item input and fluid input and output.
Got it. So, items. One of those. One of these. Fluid. The reason I'm making the lowest tier I possibly can of these is because I'm going to need it for about 30 seconds. Tops. Need for 30 seconds. As soon as I get the creosote, we're going to have it. We can export it. And then we can export the creosote into the mixer. And we'll have the lubricant and put that in an infinite thing too. So fluid input, we need one. Those, one of these. And then item, one of those. And one of these. That was pretty easy. So then, I'm gonna replace the corners real quick. And I might just do this by hand if I'm being completely transparent. Like, that's how lazy I'm feeling like being. Fluid input. Fluid output. Item input. Item output. Okay. So this just needs water. And actually... Oh, no, I got rid of all that code already. It's obnoxious, just due to the steam age, nearly to the point of skipping it entirely. I can't do automatic trades for that though. I can do a lot of trades, and I have, but it's not automatic. So I just need water. And coal, right? So then I go item input, item output. So that's going to go there. Fluid output. This is fluid input. How do I know if it's working? Does it need anything? Steam, not water.
At Cripsplays says, John, how are you gonna say I'ma do it by hand cause I'm that lazy, when that's the opposite of being lazy? LOL. Not being lazy would be coming over here and actually setting up some SFM code to make it work. Being lazy is me not doing that. I made 1,000 steam buckets. I might as well use those. All right, it's working now. Thank you for telling me it was steam. That would have taken me ages. I want to make sure that's what we're empty on. Dump the buckets. Fill it back up. Do I have creosote? 1 bucket. Lucky for me, that's all I need. Take it in here. Infinite creosote. Perfect. So then, I gotta go back real quick actually. I need the creosote. I need a bucket of the creosote. And then, I think it's 1 redstone and creosote, and we're gonna put this into the mixer. Redstone. I am gonna need steam for this as well. Dump the buckets back. Let me grab some steam. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says it needs redstone and that, right? Another redstone. And then I should get this back. At Lex Hunam says, every time John ignores the chat, KRYPTX becomes balder.
Well, how am I ignoring? I'm focused. There's a difference, right? Somebody tell me that's not. There's not a difference.
Says, damn.
How about every time I do that, I donate a little bit more of my hair to Cryptex? How about that? Then it becomes an incentive for me to not. So, look at a lubricant now. Good old fashioned. We throw that in here. Put that here. Nope, not that. I want that there. And then set amount. And that should automatically fill these up, right? This one up? It does. Setting the patterns in here was such a good idea. Whoever suggested that, thank you. That was such a good idea. We should have all of this just going now, right? That wasn't that bad. Yeah, I feel like Cryptex kind of caught those out of nowhere too. Like, I don't know. It's a little wild. That's a little wild. So your incentive is to keep me bald because if you're risking your hair and focused on chat, have one eye on game and one on chat. That's funny. That's funny.
So the incentive is to keep me bald. LOL, cuz if we're risking your hair, you ain't gonna not focus on chat. LMAO, you're gonna have one eye on game and one on chat.
That's hilarious. No, so this is actually kind of cooking. I feel like I may have these drawers set too high because we're never gonna have any plates or rods in stock. What would be a good number to keep in stock of those items? Not all materials will need 2 wire mills, only 3, I think. Okay. Add another wire mill, rather copper. Oh, that's fine wires. You did tell me that earlier, and I remember asking what the extra wire mill was for. I do not remember an answer being given. And that's mostly probably because, like we were just talking about, I accidentally ignored it. Yeah, I'll admit it. That was probably on me. All right, so we throw down the extra wire mill, the oak drawer. Upgrades. I don't got any upgrades. I need those, and I need... No, we said we're not doing those no more. So instead, put those in there.
Oh, I gave answer LMAO twice XD.
Did you really? Cryptex, I'm so sorry.
This is why
I'm
I
so
like
sorry.
To set up like I sent you on Discord. I had multiple compressors, for example, cause I could have plates in stock without consuming it to make wires / bent plates, etc.
Copper, electrum, and anneal copper. Gotcha. That makes sense. I apologize, Cryptex. That's on me. 100%. That is me being absolutely locked in and focused on what I'm doing and not paying attention. So I'm sorry. I assume fine wire is going to be me feeding wire into here. Fine wire, electrum, and platinum. Got it. Okay, so then I just set this here. And I now have to add here, edit, comma, fine, no, copper, fine wire. I'm lazy, so we're going to take that, move it down here, comma, paste. Done. Then we got to pull them labels. Pull the labels. Take fine wire, copper fine wire, right there. And then I gotta push it back. I forgot. Bingo. Now it knows where it's at. Should start pushing the copper wire into here.
Says, to be honest, you could just have one label for every machine. LOL.
How do I... Carson, why does it not let me set that as the top? Oh, it probably is set at the top. I didn't click this button. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Because you don't need to filter everything in SFM. That's actually such a good point. I don't need those labels. I could literally just have a single label that said machine. And it would output everything to it and keep it full of steam. Okay, we're doing that. It's going to break everything temporarily, but it's going to be so much easier than this. To machine. Done. Pull labels. Why are there extra labels? How do what?
At Crips Place says, what John actually listening astonished face LMAO.
Come on. Come on. It's not that bad. How do I get rid of all the extra labels in the world? Can I just clear this? And does that clear everything? Or is this thing still aware of it? Okay, pulled labels. So now I just have what I want. Interface. There. Storage controller there. Machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push those labels and we should be good to go. But I don't need this.
At Crips Place says, chat is telling you LMAO.
Looks like I get one strand of hair. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? I can tell. This is one of those, hey, John's streaming, so let's bully John kind of days, right? Is that what we're getting? Okay, so this is all correct. Make sure, yeah, we're getting steam, copper rods, plates, and copper wire. So as long as I keep these two kind of tick accelerated a little bit more, we should have plenty of this, so it should basically always keep up.
It's all out of love, though.
I get it. No. I feel that. I feel that. Let's do... I'm going to grab one of these, and we're going to do redstone ticks on these instead of 20.
At Dragster King says,
I know it's a bad idea.
Finally, it's you, not me.
Delete. We're going to do that. Yes, I did make the infinite container of said substance.
Says, did you
this is what I want.
Creative?
I did do that. I'm gonna copy that from there real quick. And we're gonna fly back over here. And this is what we're gonna change. We're gonna edit that instead of every 20 ticks. Boiler to interface. Oh, we don't need that either. We're literally just doing this. All right, done. What's our error? Boiler is assigned in the world. Okay. So I do need to put something back there. How is it assigned in the world? What is it assigned to? Whole labels. Whole labels. What? What? Shift click. Oh. Sorry. No! No. You guys said it so many times. I'm so sorry. And just every 20G will make it faster? To be fair, I told Cryptex I would troll more. John, that's funny.
Says, you don't need redstone to make it faster. Change it to every 20G will make it faster.
Does it do the same as the redstone pulse, though? Like, how much faster does that actually make it? 20G is still just once a second, so that's the same, right? Equals global tick instead of machine tick. So technically, if my TPS is lower, that would be faster.
Instead of machine tick.
Would be faster if you duplicated that segment and do 20G. Oh, so that way it's just doing it literally every single G's. That's all the way up to 20. That's wild. I mean, that's one way to do it, but I mean, I think we're fine, right? I think we should be fine. I think. What other option, what other materials are we looking at here? Modern industrialization. I know copper's, so we need to do bronze next, right? Yeah, timer is easier. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. All you need is one line now, 20G plus 5. Nope, it's still 20 ticks, but it's based on the global tick clock, not on the machine clock. That makes sense. So I need to do all of those exact same things, but for bronze. So curved plates, rings, rotors. No, after steel is electric age time. Okay, but I don't even have like the steel plates or anything made yet. Because I basically skipped all of bronze.
Says, G means game tick. Just putting
Steel.
every 20 ticks is every manager tick, which is slower.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But I would assume 2 manager ticks is faster than 20 game ticks, right? So there's, oh, there is no steel. No, there is steel. Steel curved plates. Okay, so what you're saying is that I need to start trying to work towards the electric age? Is that right? So like the electric compressor. Yeah. What I said, towards end game tick is global tick. The manager has a slower tick rate than the global. As team of the dev. If you look at the game, there's an example that explains the difference. So no, the machine tick is the same as the game tick. The only difference is the reference. Bronze, steel, electric. Right. Absolutely. That's for ages, right, Cryptex? I'm saying, like, if I'm looking at setting up these exact machines for other materials other than just copper, I'm assuming, like, I'm going to need steel. Yeah, it definitely looks like I need steel. And then, like, 10 needs 10 plates and 10 wire. And so, like, I think I need a setup like this for, like, 8 other different types of materials. Yeah, and rubber. Okay. So, I think I just do bronze next, right? We do bronze next. 1 compressor, a cutting, 2 bending, and a wire mill. Do copper, tins, bronze. Oh, I'm going to write that down. That seems like exactly what I need. Copper, we did. So 10 bronze steel. 10 bronze steel. Okay. And that's what we need to get to the electric age. Got it. Sweet. Chat said, you go to stainless steel age to make that easier. John, I will do this and then blame. I said nothing. Oh, I don't know why TTS isn't working through Twitch, unless I'm crazy. Maybe I just didn't hear it. Or maybe TTS is just being absurdly slow. Why did I get tagged and I need help? Okay. No, it's definitely still on. I think it's just being weird today. So we're going to do copper. Let's grab compressor next. Compressor. Bronze compressor. We're going to make 3 of these. Hopefully that's not too bad. Oh, it's not. That was like instant.
You need to go to the stainless steel age to make that easier. John the First will do this and then blame that they said nothing.
So we got those. Let's really quickly, I'm going to run over here and I'm going to get all the upgrades I can from these guys so that hopefully the trade resets. Because I want a whole bunch of these. But I need more emeralds for that. So, just because it's so much easier than actually upgrading them myself. Was it just that guy? It's still 14. That's still pretty good. Okay. Hopefully that resets by the time I get back. Now, stainless steel is very far away. So yeah, it is still quite a little hop, skip, and jump away. But that's okay. So I need cutting machine. Start that up, and then I need 2 bending machines per. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think I just need 1 wire mill for most of them.
Log out of Minecraft. Install easy villagers. Problem solved, LOL.
You're right. You're so right about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think we said I just need 1 wire mill per. Wire mill. 3 of those. I'm missing some bronze curved plates. I'm gonna grab some bronze ingots. Do I have a hammer? I do have a hammer. You take the hammer. Curved plates. We have those now.
At Lex Unam says,
Wire
don't
mill.
let the ADN team nerf your fun. Install easy villagers.
I could. I mean, I could. You're right.
Says, what Lex said.
Okay, so we got these. These ones don't need to be upgraded, which is convenient. But we agree, I just need 1 of these for each. Let me grab the steel upgrades. Should be simple enough. Now, before I label and hook these up, I do want to have everything already running for them. So that's going to include setting output to the top on each. And then also setting the patterns inside of each of them. So that's auto output for that. So now as we go to each one, I'm going to need to set patterns. So this one is going to be plate. This row right here, we're starting at the top. We're doing 10 plate. 10 plate. 10 plate. We're going to set that in there. That's locked in. We auto output. Okay, this one is copper rod. So this is going to be 10 rod. And rod, single ingot, that one right there. And then also set up auto eject. This one is the ring. And ring. Is this not the right machine? Oh, give me a second. This is the one I was stupid on last time too. Did I beat y'all? Did I beat it? I did. I did. Thank goodness. I've been trying to get something. Oh, by the way, Thorsten, should I do this to speed up my crafting? By the way, you can right-click any machine with a hammer to mute them if I want.
Should I do this to astonished face to speed up my crafting dot? At Lex Unam says, please mute the MI machines is causing me headache.
You can right-click. If I right-click, it just opens. Is it crouch right-click or shift right-click or... I could just come here. I'm assuming... the cutting machine, muffle, compressor muffle. It didn't seem like the hammer was working for me. Wire mill. I think I got them all. Seems like I did. Okay, anyway, this one I need to make sure to turn that on too. And these are curved copper plates, 10 plate. This one here, that, and then auto output. And then this one is going to be copper wire or tin wire. Tin wire. It should just be that and then this. Perfect. So platinum wire also has a find that we'll need to add. It looks like a mallet from an add-on that mutes it. I'm not sure if TTS has it. You can also try the muffler block. That's true. We just turned off all of it using this thing here, whatever this is, whatever it's called. That's what we use. Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, Gaming Flame, and I don't know if you have an answer, if there was an answer, but I was really sad when the 3-person speed run of all the mods 10 never happened. I wasn't sure if there were any plans still there for that one, or if Alfred just got too busy. But I was actually really excited to watch that if it ever happened. 3, 4. Okay, all those are upgraded. That's all ready to go. So now I should be able to take this, choose machine, 3, 4, 5. Push those back. Oh, I'm not pushing any tin currently into here. Let me grab 10 ingots. Ooh, I got a new chain. I sub binge watch. Yeah. Exactly. A new channel to binge watch. Exactly. Extreme sound muffler. I remember watching the test runs for that. I did. I watched the test runs for that too, and it looked like it was so cool. 10 ingots into here. A stack got to be just fine, and then it should pull and push all those things into here. Sweet. Man.
At Crips Plays says, we need a ATM 10 speed run from John SD.
It kind of just faded. We ended up pushing it back and eventually gave up on it. That makes sense. Oh, I did forget to link all of these. Perfect. So then, with all of those linked, if I were to speed them all up, we should be getting stuff like crazy. Yeah.
At Lex Unam says, retain 64 to each machine.
Does that push it at a time? Push a full stack at a time, so that way it's not all pushing to one thing and not the others? Edit. Input from interface and storage controller. Output to machine input. Where does the retain 64 go? I remember it goes in there because I use that for the bees. So that it pushes a full stack consistently. Input from hives, output, retain 64 to each. Got it. That makes sense. Kind of want to see some of the new Feed the Beast pack get speed around Evo, Skies, Ocean Block, Stone Block when it comes out. I agree. That would be cool. So in here, what's wrong? Edit, output, retain 64, that. So now it should be pushing a stack at a time, right? So that way it's not doing this. There we go. We'll speed those up real quick.
Lex Unam says, see,
it's easier going in and out.
Going in and out from the bees area.
It is a lot easier. That was a very good suggestion, and I appreciate it. Okay. So yeah, that should be... Well, so... Where are the plates going then? Are we out of 10? No, it's just not pushing it anymore. Edit. Only allows FSFM to keep 64 items in the slot instead of different quantities. 2, so if I put it to each machine. Is that better? Yeah, then it starts throwing the plates into the other things. I see what you're saying now. Well, put some of the plates in different things. Okay, now it's working. I see it. I see it. We're good. That makes sense. Okay, so that's 10. That actually wasn't bad at all. So now we just have to do the same thing with bronze and steel real quick. So bronze, plate. We start with that one. Then rods. Then the rings. But it's the other one here, the ring. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, great. I blame PT for this. I think I blame PT. Because if it weren't for PT, ban here. Yeah, exactly. That was so quick. He was here, then he was gone. Been looking at a few of those packs. I played a little Ocean Block 2. Feed the Beast Skies looks interesting. Feed the Beast Skies was a lot of fun. We did a community playthrough of that, and it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. It also like wasn't insanely difficult, so I think it would probably work pretty well for a speed run. Is there bronze wire? Is that a thing? Bronze wire. There's no bronze wire. So I don't need this one, I don't think. Nope. Okay. At least it wasn't Twitch. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so with that out of the way, let me make sure these do all have that. I didn't set any of the auto exports in there. Let me turn that on for each one of these. Bingo bango. 4. Perfect. All right, those are all done now. So, theoretically, I need bronze to be imported in. So let's get that real quick. Bronze ingots. There's not a lot of bronze ingots here, but I do have auto crafting for it. So
well, I solved the issue with the machine they had.
Nice.
I used instructions in the blocks I destroyed BCS while I eat space.
That's fair. That makes sense to me. In the future, could we try to avoid tagging that role that we tagged? Like if there's something else that needs to happen, like we make one specific for like all the mods 10 or something like that, that's fine. I just feel bad because there's like literally almost 2,500 people with that tag, and you're talking about maybe 4 that
said, no.
that are actually like maybe a part of that team. So just in the future, let's do that. But I'm glad that we figured it out. So there should be bronze in here now. And should be crafting it automatically as well. Labeling. Labeling is important. Quite important, in fact, actually. 2, 3, 4. And then push those there. And then this should start now. We got the bronze. We got the steam. So those are cooking. So we'll do that. And then we just don't need this at all here. So we're just going to pick that guy back up. Okay. All right, that actually wasn't bad. Do kind of wonder why we're not putting the bronze rods in this one or the bronze plates in this one. Any thoughts there? It's because I didn't link the darn... Gosh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm so... Yeah, Tortzen already had me. He already had me. I need a keyboard ASAP. That wasn't bad. Still on Steam Age. Okay. That
wasn't bad. Still on Steam Age. LOL.
Sure, sure. But we've got a lot of like the base materials just like absolutely cranking, right? And so with this setup, it should make it a lot easier to move forward into other ages. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that I've completed even a fraction of what all will have to be completed. What I am saying is that once I get to that point, it will be a lot easier. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll toss those back in there for now because I don't think we're going to need them again for just a second. This one is plates. Steel. What are the odds I can see everything here? Steel plate. That's what we need. So steel plate, go in there. This one is the rods, steel rods. Go right there.
At Crips Plays says, this will def help.
Rings.
But it's the fluids you have to get. That's when it becomes a headache.
Right, but with the infinite fluid tanks, it should be a lot easier, right? Is there a steel ring?
Torrid Sun says, BTW, I think you should remove some of those upgrades cause you are using up all your plates and rods and you will need a lot of plates later.
That's fair. Okay, so what should we limit it to? What should be the amount that we're looking at? Because I'm down to do that. I just don't know what, like, I don't know what number I should bring it down to. That's my only problem. Okay, there's that one, and then steel wire is a thing, but not for this. So I can get rid of that and get rid of the steel wire mill. There we go. Okay, so now link and label. Push labels. Bring it back. Then I need to make sure I am exporting steel to here. Already has a crafting card, so that shouldn't matter. Set amount to stock, just do a lot. But I think it's basically just going to craft it all and then send it out instantly. I might need a faster way to make steel. I think currently we're making it here and here using those two guys. We're crushing it and then smelting it. So maybe that'll help us get far enough ahead. Can't you retain 10K to storage? I'm not sure about that. Start with one copper upgrade and go from there when needed. There. Okay, copper. Let me just grab 100 of those real quick so I have them. I think some of these I might already have to do 2 copper upgrades on. No, 1 copper. 16K should be plenty. This one's the only one's getting kind of close to that. Okay, 1 copper on that. Dink, dink, dink. If I have a craft that takes more than 16,000 to something here, I'm going to feel like I've done something wrong. Actually, that's not true. I feel like there are some crafts, especially as we get closer to like the quantum stuff, that's going to need that many of some things, but hopefully that's far off. Can't you retain key data or is the auto pulling from drawers? I'm auto pulling, yeah. Which means all of this is just going to fill up till it's at 16K, which I am A-okay with. All right. This. Those. That one. This one. Perfect. So that'll allow those to go quicker. We'll do the same thing on this one. And then we're going to figure out what the heck we're doing wrong.
Just chuck more mecha machines around the pattern provider you have already. It will go much faster.
Actually a really good idea.
Plays says, John is famous on Twitch with the pay-for-view people today, lol.
Is there another one? Oh my goodness. This is becoming so much of a headache. I feel like it's not even worth streaming to Kick. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little dramatic for that, but like, that seems pretty ridiculous that like I've gotten 8 messages on there just while streaming today and every single one of them is a bot. How'd you make it go a little faster? I don't need a ton of steel. I'm not really worried about having a lot of it. I want to make sure it's like there. All right, those are going. Those are going. They are linked, right? They are linked. Okay, so all that's there. Love the bots trying to promote paying them for boost. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Yeah, that's in Kick Chat. All of that's in Kick Chat. I've gotten exactly 0 in Twitch.
If you didn't get signed by Kick CEOs to stream, we're gonna be hit by these people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the entire platform is just like a botted platform. That's it. And I tried saying that to PT, but PT is like, no, this is the way to go. They've got a whole bunch of really big people. This is the new Twitch. And I was like, is it really? I may have missed out on that. Let me see. No, I don't really think it is. Just based off of my experience. Is that not? Oh, it just needs to be sped up. Cool. Keep it going a little faster. Keep these things full. Okay, cool. Hey, we got that. Didn't Trainwrecks create kick? There were several people that did. A whole bunch of people. Just a reminder, Ninja's back on Twitch. Yeah, exactly.
At Lex Unam says, just a reminder, Ninja is back to Twitch.
There's a bunch of people that are back on. Well, granted, a lot of people just aren't signed anymore. And so they're just multi-streaming, which is fair. Which is exactly what I'm doing. But I don't know. Not really my cup of tea. Not super worried about it, but was just scrolling on Kick while having food. Nice. Oh my goodness. So that is an actual real person. Are you? Your stream popped up on my feed, so I thought I'd drop by. And Hannah, are you an actual real person? We've been discussing this. I have a lot of other people watching me on other platforms, but you're the first person that I think is maybe a real person on Kick, which is crazy. YouTube's new Twitch because Twitch keep nice. Well, that's cool. Nice.
Lex Unam says, just remember, ignore Tor's advice and PTS.
Just ignore them both. That's funny. Yo, what's up, Anthony? How's it going? How are you? Anyway, so yeah, we got steel done here. We're kind of chilling as far as most of that goes. So that should get us close to the electric age, right? Exactly what a bot would say. That's funny. That's really funny. Oh, speed that one up so we get more plates going. So electric age. Let's see. Modern industrialization. Still need to update those alerts for Kick. Haven't done that yet. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for saying that. I will say what John can't. No, that's funny. So we're looking at moving to the electric age, which means if I wanted a compressor, modern.
Crypts Plays says, just get 2 Celeste manipulators in a Thunder Dragon egg, set the manipulators to storm, and set it and have fun. Winky face.
Oh, I also need rubber for electric age. Okay, the electric compressor.
At Torrid Sun says, make a creative tank of synthetic rubber.
That's a really good idea. That's synthetic oil, synthetic rubber, and paper. How do I get synthetic rubber? Steel mixer, synthetic oil, and sulfur. So synthetic oil is the same thing. I might as well just get that. And a canning machine, a steam blast furnace. I built this one before. Well, that wasn't exactly what we wanted. Usually you play survival or servers. I play mostly solo on my own. Sometimes I'll play on servers though. I do have several that the community will play on. Synthetic oil is what we're looking for. And so in order to get that, we said it was a steam blast furnace. So let's go ahead and create the spinner block for that real quick. And then I think it's just a whole bunch more of these fire blasted bricks or whatever, right? I need more brick dust. Fine. If you make me brick, snag those. Let's just go ahead and create another stack. Then we'll bring it all over here, toss it in. Brick dust, brick dust. And then we'll throw both of it in here. Get a macerator to keep brick dust in stock. That's a good idea. How hard is that to do? Macerator, or should I just wait till I have electric? I don't want to wait till just I have the electric stuff, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, exclamation Discord is the Discord. I'm inclined to believe with you, Cryptex. I'm inclined to believe you. That is certainly what it seems like. So, brick dust, we need to make a whole bunch of... How many of these is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, it's 27 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then minus some. I really just need like 40. Brick. That ought to be enough. And then all I should really have to do here is just like what we do. Actually, I'm going to use the same input-output hatches because I don't need this anymore. Did that fall? No, my inventory is just full. Thank goodness. Okay. Don't need that. Toss those. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need those. Awesome. Okay. I was hoping it didn't fall.
Anthony Garrett 0 says, John Hanna is a bot, beware LOL.
Yeah, I kind of picked that up. That's exactly what Cryptex was saying. And exactly what Game with Flame said too. Item, output, fluid output, there, input, input. And then we said, it's got a hole in the middle, right? Hollow, tipped at the bottom. Pretty sure this is correct. And then I put that there. And then it's one more. Yep, perfect. Cryptex want to do the John server tour again. TTS, turn on TTS here. So it should be on. It should be on everywhere. Like if Botrix is in the channel and it sees you do it, it should work. I don't know why it's not though. So Steam Blast Furnace. I assume I'm putting in...
At Lex Unam says, there's something from MI to auto build stuff.
I'm sure there is. Packer, so I just need to know what this makes. Steam Blast Furnace. I'm trying to make synthetic oil, so I need raw synthetic oil. So it's not just this.
Plays says, Botrix is picky LMAO.
Raw synthetic oil is carbon dust, is coke dust or carbon dust, and water in a mixer. So I just need a bucket of this. How much coke dust did we get? Coke. Okay, how do I turn this into coke dust?
At 0 Anthony Garrick 0 says, also, don't hate me, I didn't use tape this time, but yeah, no LOLOL.
Coke dust, that just needs to go through a crusher, a coke oven, coal dust,
At
rock
Lex
crusher,
Unam says,
macerator.
His balanced BCS Cryptics channel had me double and now it has me 0 John.
Huh. Inventory, all of it, just keep everything. Not everything, okay? I'm just trying to keep the stuff I actually need. All right, it looks like I'm making a bronze macerator after all. Because I need it. So we put the macerator here. That's going to obviously take steam. I'm putting
At
coke
Crip's
in there.
Face says, Botrix doesn't like Lex LOL.
There's that one. I think it should take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's just moving it around. Where's the coke dust going? Is it just super slow? It's just super slow. So I should just need 5 of these. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. Hey, John Chad, thanks so much for the Modular B video. My friend and I are having a ton of fun with it. I'm glad. I'm glad people are having fun with that video. I want you to know I got told not to make that video. And did it anyways. Because I am who I am. We're just gonna go ahead real quick and just preempt that one real quick. Thank you. Alrighty. So with the coke dust and what in a mixer? Also, where did my mixer go? Mixer. Grab that guy. Set him back down. coke dust and water, right? Water. I think. Oh, and I gotta put steam in there too. Steam. So that should give me raw synthetic oil. I take that, I put it in the other thing. Is there any reason to have an infinite tank of raw synthetic oil? Or should I just do like the actual synthetic oil and not even bother with the full tank of the raw? Just go synthetic rubber directly? Okay, don't even mess with normal synthetic oil? We're having a problem with our centrifuges processing through some of the centrifuges stuff could be stuck, like pull from SFM isn't fast enough. Yeah, I would recommend exactly what Cryptex is doing right now. He just finished doing this. He has an entire video on it. I thought it would be better message here since you're already looking. JCU server's dead. No option for the server. So it doesn't. It is the All the Mods 10 server that's killing it. Just so we're on the same page. Lex, you're probably gonna hate me for it. I'm not restarting the All the Mods 10 server right now. I am launching the other one, but I'm not restarting All the Mods 10. JHCU is gonna be up in like 30 seconds.
Lex Unam says,
you're cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know it's not your fault. I'm aware. I'm also not launching it. So that's raw synthetic oil. I need that to go in the fluid input. That's item input. Why is it? Why did I got it backwards? Okay, that's in there. And I need coal, right, to item input? What does it take? Steam. Right? Do I need 2 fluid? Gosh darn it. Fluid.
@CryptsPlays says, is it
output,
another cactus farm
input.
or is it your actual machine still?
No, the All the Mods 10 server is causing my machine to crash. I'm not sure why. But I'm also not going to try to troubleshoot that right now. All right, so now this is working. Show work faster. And then fluid output. Oh, it only makes half a bucket. Oh, it's still got half a bucket. Okay. We're good. Give me more steam.
@CryptsPlays says,
I need to get rid of those buckets.
PTLOL.
Steam. I could. Just don't feel like it, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we do have a full bucket of actual synthetic oil. So you said that instead of even messing around with that, synthetic rubber, I should synthetic oil and sulfur, get the synthetic rubber, and then just use that. Gone for the W. Fair. Howdy, howdy. What's up, Elder? How's it going? How are you, sir? Okay, and then is there a dump button? Can I just dump it?
@Holofan4Life says, the Wise is also not sure why you need more than one machine from each category for MI.
Because they take forever, and I want to. Why from each category? Why you need more than one machine from each category? Okay, so are you talking about why I'm doing one machine for each of these instead of just doing it all together? It's because I want to have them constantly available. So that way I don't have to go back and wait for it to finish crafting on request or anything like that. I just want all of these constantly available for everything. Excellent as always. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Okay, so I needed the synthetic oil in there, and then I need sulfur. That guy. And that should give me, assuming I add steam. Steam. The full bucket of synthetic rubber, which is exactly what we're looking for. All you need is one electric machine of each of those, some overclockers, and that's it. Maybe if you want to wait for hours, those machines are slow. Or at least they were last time I did it. I did it on All the Mods 10 like 6 months ago, and it was so incredibly slow. The save for Jay's third crash to roll back to this morning. Oh, it's rolling back all the way to this morning? Is it really? Let's see. In here, world files. See, it looks like everything's being updated. Like even as of like 4:42 when it crashed, it looks like it's staying updated. Currently doing that and hating my life. That's funny. Yeah, no, having more machines makes it go a ton faster. Okay, so that's steam, that's fine. So we got the synthetic rubber now. So what do I do with that? Rubber helmet and boots, that's funny. I'm assuming I need rubber sheets, which is going to be this one. So I need to be outputting paper and synthetic oil, synthetic rubber. So paper and synthetic rubber to a mixer. Okay, well that's easy enough. So then I'm going to leave that mixer over there because I'm assuming I'm going to need more. It's my 4th time building my reprocess. I'm sorry. Last time it took a day and a half from start to finish at MI with only one electric machine of each. I'm assuming you didn't do quantum upgrades. Maybe you made other things, but MI is where my head meets my desk repeatedly. Oh, that's funny. Or maybe you did a different version of MI on something else, but no, that's not the same MI here. Rollback is crazy on it. I'm sorry. There are automated backups, right? Okay, so if by a day and a half means that you played for 36 hours straight and did that, I might believe it. But I mean, yeah, you can use the time wand on it. And that helps some, but it doesn't help a ton. But anywho, I need a mixer. That's what I need. I want one of these. I know there was something. No, there's not anything I'm missing. We're good. We got the mixer. We're going to upgrade it once we set it down. And I think we're just going to put it... I like how organized that is. I don't really want to mess with the organization of that. And I know there's going to be a lot more rows going that way, so I'm just going to skip out here a little bit. I'm going to set that down. We're going to put that on it. I need another one of the chests. Let's get the wrench on it first. Where's the wrench? I don't have it anymore. All right, wrench. Output to there. We're going to auto output. I'm going to put that on it. I'm going to put a copper upgrade. We might put 2 copper upgrades in here because I don't think this is going to be too bad. We are going to label it as a machine. And then I'm going to make sure to put synthetic rubber and paper in there. I do need to push those labels as well. And then I do need to tie this machine to that craft. All right, rubber sheets. This is the one we're doing. So that should lock it in place. So it'll send steam, paper, synthetic rubber. And it will auto output to here. This is going to get linked. And then in the interface, I just need to add synthetic rubber. I really just want a bucket. No? Okay, fine.
At Holofan for Life says, wise out.
All right, sounds good. What is what? Requesters of 2 stacks of the item in stock. Yeah, that's fair. What is that, PT? It is PT. I don't know why it's not showing up as PT Crossfire anymore. It's now Holofan for Life. But it is PT, yes. I have each machine with max upgrades. It still takes 10 to 30 minutes per craft. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. And it takes a lot of time to get to that point, too. So that's synthetic rubber. I do need paper. So we're going to drag paper in here and then change that to 64 to keep consistency. And then I push labels and we should be good. This thing should get going. It is linked up, so we'll have rubber sheets constantly. Yo, what's up, the Drama Life? How's it going? How are you? 1.5 days from yeah, I mean, if anybody was gonna do it, I give PT credit. Like he probably could do it in a day and a half, but it's not. No, I think accelerated the wrong thing there. Definitely not something I could do that fast. Let's see here. I'm gonna check something real quick. Oh yeah. All right. 100% that was a bot account. No question about it. I mean, the profile on Discord looks so sus. It's hilarious. Anyways, where were we? I keep pushing the same darn boiler. I think I need a poll.
At Crips
Poll
Play
labels.
says, I already proven I def can't do it that fast LMFAO.
That's funny. Can I prune? Thank you. That's the one. That's what I needed. Okay. And then I should be able to push, and then that should get rid of that. Okay, perfect. Thank goodness. So we've got rubber, and we've got all that is almost already done. Right? 131,000, not all the way done, but like that's kind of cooking. Shift click the exclamation, then pull. That works. Yeah, the prune worked for me. I don't know why it wasn't doing that before, but it is now. Okay. So, with MI, I tackle with 100 plus pattern provider for each part, make 82 struggling. Yeah, I did that too. You were pulling first. That's why. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what was going on. I used to do pattern providers for this. I'm trying to do just SFM this time. And so far, honestly, I'm pretty impressed with how well this has worked so far. I know there's a lot to go, but it's kind of working. There's going to be a lot more patterns that have to be made, but that's okay. So then the question is, how do I give my regular AE2ME setup access to what's in this storage controller? Can I just throw a storage bus on it, right? Give me storage bus. And then cable. You probably need a better source of steel too. I know that. I'm aware. It's not working quickly at all. Storage bus onto the controller. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the storage bus. I need cables. Sure. And then I should just be able to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then come up one and throw the storage bus on it. Right there. Okay, so now I should have access to all of those things. And if I go to craft, should be able to craft with them. That mixer's got a sound. Let's mute that too. Mixer. Muffle. Perfect. So now, are we looking to go to electric age? Maybe do steel bees later?
That's true. Make creative take of molten steel and auto feed to foundry into blocks, then set recipe for step down.
Yikes. I mean, that's a good point. I could probably do that. That just sounds like a lot of setup compared to bees, which would be next to no setup. So we do have 4 steel blocks. We could make a huge difference here and turn all those into ingots. Steel is an easy fix. Just whack more machines around the pattern providers. I mean, I could. We could do that. Let's see how hard that's going to be. So the pattern providers we're looking at are this one and this one, the enriching. And that, like, if I go to make a couple thousand steel real quick, this one is used, this one is used, and that one is used. Is this one or this one? No, it's just those 3. So ultimate infusing, enriching, and crushing. Infusing, Let's just do 2 more. Infusing.
Place says, John, just make my mech room. LOL. You'll have steel instantly.
No, thank you. That sounds like so much more work. Enriching and what was the other one I need? Crushing. I think I may have done the upgrades on this, which is why it's taking... Oh, I gotta cancel that steel one. Give me 2 seconds here. We're gonna... That one's fine. This one we're gonna cancel. That's what's taking so long to make all my machines. And then I do need the mechanism upgrades too. I'm not a cube shame. Wait, why are you crushing iron there? I don't remember what it's for. Wait, cube of shame? No TTS room. Yeah, no, the crazy room that Cryptex built that is insane. That mechanism should have energy, speed, and muffling upgrades.
Sun says, you have some wrong pattern there. You don't need iron dust to make steel.
What is it? What is it pattern for? I don't know why it's making the iron dust or what it's sending it to. It is sending it somewhere though. Isn't it iron dust? Your 3K steel is filling the machine so that, yeah, exactly. They'll take ages. You're right. Enriching factory. The problem is I don't want to put them next to these pattern providers. What's the mechanism tool that allows you to configure the direction things go? Because otherwise these other pattern providers are going to send, actually not if I put it in front and behind. Right? I have a pattern to make steel dust with a hammer. That one uses iron dust. I think you're right.
At Torrid Sun says, I think you have a pattern to make steel dust with a hammer.
Infusing, enriching.
Dust.
This is enriching. If I do that in this, and then I add the upgrades to speed, energy, that should work, right? And then infusing, same thing. Speed, energy. That should make it better. Crushed iron to make enriched iron. Let's go take a look real quick. Steel. So if I were to try to make a whole bunch of this, show me the crafting tree. Steel dust, enriched iron, iron dust, and enriched carbon to make enriched iron. Yes, that's exactly what it's doing.
Pattern provider with a wrench, it locks the side.
Well, that was not good. That's unfortunate. That was a lot of patterns. Okay, I don't even know what all I had in there. Cool. Well, I had Magnon, but my inventory's so darn full I couldn't even pick it all up. I guarantee some stuff I'm gonna need's gone now, right?
At Mick.Potter says, you changed that pattern provider to wrong direction BTW.
Yeah, we just figured that out. The problem is that all those patterns are now going to be gone, and I don't know which patterns those were. Let's see if there were anything that mattered. Next, show me a crafting tree, enriched iron, enriched carbon. I assume I need enriched iron and enriched carbon in here, right? Only missing the enriched carbon. Okay, cool. Well, that's not bad. I can fix that pretty quick. Enriched. I only saw one drop, but I wasn't sure if more than that did. Enriched carbon. It was a super unfortunate oops, though. Is that all it is? One charcoal and one enriched carbon? Or that should be one coal, right? Coke coal, ignite coal, just normal coal. Also change the enriched iron pattern from the infusing factory to use iron ingot instead of dust. Okay. Is it 1-to-1? Is this I can assume it is?
Torrid Sun says, also change the enriched iron pattern on the infusing factory to use iron ingot instead of dust.
I don't think I was using a coal. I mean, I may have been. I don't remember if I have coal geor going constantly though. Oh my goodness, please. I do. Yikes. Yeah, 1 to 1. Okay, so that's going to go in there. And then you're saying on the infusing, change this one instead of using iron dust to use an iron ingot. So you're missing enriched iron for steel and carbon. It just take ages to come through, so you fix stuff before it comes through. Got you. Enriched iron for steel and carbon. So we've got enriched iron here. Yeah, okay, so let me see. Enriched. That's 10 enriched iron. So this is what I need to be doing. So is this ratio correct or even close? Or should I go back to 1? Also, this needs to be enriched carbon, not the liquid carbon. Right? 8 ingots, 1 enriched carbon. Where would I be without Tortzen? What a lifesaver. 1 enriched carbon. Set that pattern. Enrich carbon up. That, I mean, that should be right. Is there a mechanism tool to copy settings? I assume there is. And what is it? 8 output 2? That's a good point. I didn't think about doing that. Enriched iron. 8 set. Configuration something. At mech config. This guy? The configurator? Anybody know how this thing works? So how does one use this thing to copy on JEI there? Yeah, this guy, right? Configurate items. Oh, the configuration card. Is that it? The other one. Got it. I can actually do that really quickly. Configuration, do that, start it. Configuration. Okay, so then retrieved, injected, injected, retrieved, injected, but those are going to be wrong. No, they're not. These ones are. The other ones are not. That one will be fine. This one, I need to set input output to there. This one, I need to set input output to here. That's input. That's fine. Okay, that should be better, right? Right? Let's see if that's actually better. If I say make me 3,000 steel. Why is it trying to pull the steel dust out? The other one, that one, yeah, got it. Okay. All right, so this looks right. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna say enough's enough. And whatever I need to pull back in, I can pull back in. I couldn't handle it anymore. Might need to change input output on the infusion factories too. Yeah, but it's not that. Input output should be fine here. Oh no, yeah, well. Input output. It looks like it had most of them correct. That one's right. Input output. Yeah. Okay, you're right. That's just for that auto push too. So why is it still trying to pull steel dust? Oh, that actually worked really quick. Oh, that's just because it's smelting. No, it's working. Okay, so that's enriching iron. Enriched iron, steel dust. Why is there still... Oh, it's not making iron dust anymore, though, so this isn't needed. Yeah, okay. No, I'm actually here now. This actually makes a ton of sense. And then the steel dust goes and gets melted, and that's a lot faster. Cool. Okay, I do think that's better. Guys were incorrect on the infusion factory. They are incorrect on the infusion factory? Input output. And then top. Input, output, and top. Input, output, and top. Yeah, that's fine. It'll all work. Crafting card is using up those steel duds. That makes sense. The sides are incorrect. They're fine now. Perfect. Okay, so we got all that switched up. So now, we should have plenty of steel to keep this thing going, right? Those guys should be just fine. Perfect. Okay. At modern industrialization. Might need to go grab food here in just a second. If we're looking to switch into the electric age, we're going to look at electric macerators. Well, we should probably start up pattern creation first, right? For all the things I'm going to need patterns for, like the analog circuits. We're just going to take our copper wire, which we have, the capacitor. I need a thing for that. I'm going to need to get gold too. Rubber sheets, copper wire. Well, gold, I could do a pattern for gold. Plates. We'll probably just stick with that for now. We might do differently later, but for now, that's what we're going to do. Then the circuit board, we have all those things.
At Crips Plays says, need a bunch of battery alloy.
I do need a bunch of that, you're right. Copper wire and a steel rod, we have those. And then the resistor is coal dust. I think I should have a pattern for that already. I do. Cool. So those things right there should give me analog circuits. Where I don't have to mess with them anymore. They should be good to go. Craftable at least. And then what are the other things? Like motors? We need to start looking at motors, right? I don't have the magnetic steel rod. But that's a really easy craft to get. Okay. Need a bunch of battery alloys. Some of the analog circuit components are much cheaper if you craft them on an assembler instead, by the way. Motors and pumps. And robotic arms. Got it. Okay. Motors. I will look at doing that, Tortson. Because I would rather it be cheaper. I feel ya. Motors. Pin cable I should have already. Or if not, we have it now. I could see. Did I get the center thing? I did not. This one. I should have all of those now. Everything I need for motors. Conveyors too? Jeez. Yikes. Don't have those. No advanced motors. I could do large motors. Aluminum. I don't have aluminum. We can get those. Aluminum rods. Large motors. Electronic circuit. We're going to do that and see transistors. Silicon plates. I don't have that. I don't have electrum fine wire, but we'll do this. Silicon plates is compressor. Silicon is silicon dust. Coke dust and quartz. Oh, that's going to be fun to make later on. No, just normal motors and pumps for now. Okay, I won't mess with any of the rest of that. I got the pattern, so I'll keep them, but I'm not going to mess with it. Normal motors, normal pumps. That's a normal pump. That is 10 rotator. I do need 10 bolts. 10 blades. Should be 10 rods and 10 curved plates, which we should already have. I don't have any 10 bolts, do I? And make those. No, I don't. I don't think it's going to be too bad. If you craft through the assembler, you don't need bolts. How hard is the assembler to make? Why can't I put stuff back into this drawer? I guess if I put it back in here, it goes in there automatically. I'm just going to fly down my assembler matrix real quick and throw all this stuff in. If you do a normal autocraft, you need it. Okay. Well, kind of feel like doing it with normal autocrafting. It's not bad at all. It's all good. I think I'm gonna call it there for today. It's been 3 hours. I need to get the wifey some food, so we're gonna do that. It's been a lot of fun though. We're probably just going to keep going on this and continue running with MI in the next video, the next live stream, so that we can keep going. I'm very excited with where we're at, though. I know doesn't look like we made a ton of progress, but I'm pretty excited. Get the silicon ingot to make the plate and the unpack machine. That makes sense. But I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go get some food. Y'all have a great rest of your night. And I appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank y'all. Bye.